Nearly 27 million Americans now qualify for student loan forgiveness. That's according to the White House. Borrowers can get up to $20,000 in relief. So how can you put that additional money to good use? Well, that's exactly what we're answering this morning with Dan Casey. He's joining us now live. He's an investment advisor and founder of Bridge River Advisors in Bloomfield Hills. Good morning.
Morning.
So the White House expects the average annual student loan payment to be lowered by more than $1,000. Some of it may be forgiven altogether. What do you suggest doing with all that money?
It's a great time to increase your retirement savings or reduce debt. I guess it depends on, of course, everybody's individual circumstances. If they have a ton of debt, they should really attack that first. But we've got time too in compounding. So if it's maybe not that bad, maybe do investing as well, like into your Roth, or possibly increase contributions into the 401k or whatever company plan you have at work.
Is it better to do a Roth over a 401k, 401k over a Roth? If you're kind of split between the two, what direction do you go in?
Yeah, so it's the younger you are, I just love Roths only because well, let me back up. So if you're getting a match at your company, you definitely should put in, what you can to get that free money, right? You can't pass up free money. But then once you hit that point, to me, I would shift into a Roth at that point, because a Roth now grows completely tax-free. Everything comes out completely tax-free, as opposed to the 401k. You are reducing your taxes by contributing, but it's all growing and all that money is taxable at the end. So it's really nice if we can do a little bit of both. And so obviously, if you're getting a match and getting free money at work, do that to get your free money.
And that's an option too. Do both. Why not? What should people keep in mind before they go ahead and start investing?
So really, you got to know your time frame. Obviously, if you're younger, your risk tolerance usually is pretty high, meaning you can, go full into the market, and you've got plenty of time to make up for major losses. But obviously, as you get closer to retirement, I know we're talking about student debt, so you're probably not too close to retirement, but maybe you really need to kind of figure out, well, maybe I shouldn't take too much risk, because obviously, as we've seen since January of this year, the market does go down. So you don't want to necessarily invest too much and have it go down right before retirement.
Dan, is it important to put that money aside, whether it be in retirement or savings, or should we be paying off other debts first?
And that's the tricky situation. So if you've got a lot of debt, or especially a debt with high rates, then you really probably should start attacking that first. And there's a couple ways. There's the snowball effect, which is paying off the little balances that you have first, so you get that instant reward, and it encourages you to keep going. Or the avalanche effect, which is attacking that the highest interest debt first, throwing everything, making minimum payments on the other things, throwing everything you have at the higher interest rate debt, attacking that first, and then then it's the avalanche. So it kind of depends on the interest rates on your debt, whether you pick snowball or avalanche.
And does it matter, I guess, with the Fed increasing the interest rate? Is it more important now so than ever to make sure you're paying off those debts?
Yes, absolutely. Everything's tied to this Fed rate, right, that they're raising. So if you've got a credit card debt that's tied, it's variable, then absolutely that can be another factor. That's a good question to start maybe paying off that first, if it's a variable one, for sure.
And finally, where can people go for more information, or maybe just to seek some of your counsel?
So for the debt issue, studentaid.gov, and for me, bridgeriverllc.com.
All right, Dan Casey, investment advisor and founder of Bridge River Advisors in Bloomfield Hills. Thanks for being here with us and giving us a little bit of insight.
Thank you.